This is a supine serratus punch. I learned this drill from Coach Carmen Bott. So what you're going to need is a mini band. Now you're going to want to start with a relatively light mini band. You don't want something crazy heavy to begin with. So a couple of things that I want to kind of coach and cue first is that setting the shoulder, you want to think corkscrew that shoulder into place to engage the lat. So I'm externally rotating, so thinking pinky coming to the inside. That's what I'm doing to set those shoulders. We want to think about getting wide across the chest and creating space between that kind of joint there. So in that position, we're going to have the mini band around our wrists and we're going to be pressing straight out and back to a range that we can control. That's really important here. If you flare through your ribs, if you depress your sternum, the drill is over. So we want to make sure that we work within a range that we own before we start getting into these longer ranges. We want to make sure that we own them first. So you're going to set up in a hook lying position. So lying on your back with your knees bent, feet flat. You're going to have that mini band around your wrists and your arms are going to start by your sides. But before I begin, I'm going to externally rotate, corkscrew my shoulders into position as I get wide across my chest. I like to exhale to set my ribs down. And now I'm nice and engaged. My lats are engaged. I'm creating kind of space between that shoulder joint. I'm wide across my chest. Everything's set. And then I'm going to press, keeping tension on the band and staying wide across my chest. Now, if you're doing this with a partner or a coach, your upper trap should be relatively relaxed here. If you can kind of see them from the side angle too, and they're wearing a shirt, that shirt shouldn't be excessively creasing up, if that makes sense. We want to be staying wide across the chest. Other mistakes that you might see are the rib cage flaring, right? You also might see the shoulders coming off and that sternum depressing like that through the movement. So we want to stay wide across our chest as we press straight up through the prescribed amount of time. So I just want to add here that making sure, like I said at the beginning, that your elbows start by your side. Now, we want to keep those elbows pinned to the rib cage as best as we can. Now, for me, you'll notice in the video too that I can't quite get my elbows by the side. That's just simply because I have well-developed lats here. But either way, we want to think elbows stay close to the rib cage in that position. Then as we progress and get stronger, right, we can reach further out. And then we can add a heavier, more dense mini band as well to continue to progress this drill.